You got her?
Perfect.
Okay, we're calling the meeting to order at 6:30. Roll call.
Jim?
Here.
Mark? Here. Gary?
Yep.
Dylan?
Here.
Tim?
Here.
Ellen?
Here.
Matt? Here.
All right, approval of agenda.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public forum, persons asking to speak to the board, reasonable amount of time, not to exceed 5 minutes. I have nobody on here, but we did have, didn't I have one sheet or something? No, that was something else. Nobody else, so, all right, I guess we can just move on. Approval of the minutes.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Clerk, forthcoming events and correspondence.
The only thing I have is, the clerk's conference is the 29th through the 30th. So the office will be closed that Wednesday through Friday for us to go to training. And then in September, it's the Cassell, and that's the 12th and Thursday into Friday. And that's in the Dallas.
Okay.
Otherwise, that's the only thing I have.
All right, President, forthcoming events and correspondence. I don't really have anything tonight other than just kind of wanted to let everybody know that the Corey Committee's been working pretty hard, and we've been putting on some brat fries and hamburger deals and been collecting a little money. We're actually looking at starting to get some things together for putting up a porta potty up there at the Corey, and the surveying. I talked to the guy this week. He had somebody up there last week for part of a day working on the, I believe it was the south and east side, and this week he's supposed to be working on the other two, and hopefully he said 2 to 3 weeks we should have our survey. So we can start looking at all of that. So that should be pretty interesting and a lot of fun once we get that going. All right, well then we're gonna move on to finance, personal, and insurance.
Approval of the bills, so a motion to approve checks 1011511 through 1011548 for the general fund amount $124,542.75. Checks 62005988 through 62059842 for the water fund in the amount of $2,683. And the sewer fund, check 63006785 through 63006798, in the amount of $25,610.14. ARPA in the amount, check number 2020143 in the amount of $236.06. And the checks 399 through 504, 402 through 520, 405 through 536. In the amount of $73,092.62 for a grand total of $227,054.57.
I'll second that.
Did we have a first?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Let's see, library, Jeannie.
A couple meetings coming up, Civic Center, 5 p.m. Wednesday, Friends, 9 a.m. Wednesday, and then the library board meeting will be 6 p.m. Thursday. This morning I was in Hancock for the library services for Wishart County, and we got some response back on the $3,000 that we had asked for each member library, which would be a total of $24,000 from Wishart County. And so that went forward, so we're going to go ahead and try and budget for that, for an increase, which is very delightful because that would hopefully cover for the transportation costs. For our shelving project is about ready to tie an end, so probably by the end of this week, certainly by Labor Day we'll be done. We'll be done with the storage unit. We've scrapped a lot of metal. We are trying to get rid of some of the end panels, some of the basics that are there, but pretty much everything that we have that we can build for our library has been built. and everything that we could get rid of has been gotten rid of for the most part, and it's been a lot of generous help from people in the community that's helped do all this. Your trucking business, Jim from Parks has made a couple loads for us as well. So we're going to have some sort of opening because it's really changed the whole way it looks in there. So it's made a huge difference, and it bought us a little time for space. The grant, we should know about that in 6 weeks. We're one of 3 people in Shore County that applied for it. The YMCA, Hancock, which was adding on, and then us, a new facility, including the library, but mainly the community center. We're one of 17 where they like to go on the scoring matrix of that, so we're pretty much at the top of that pile. So that's good news and bad news, because that means if we do get it, that means the work really starts, and that's going to be a great thing for the community. But so again, we'll know in about 6 weeks on that. James is going off to college, so we're putting like a little box together for him, so that's good. Jeremy, who went off to college 2 years ago, has an internship. He comes on holidays and stuff, but he's really making it in chemistry. So he's going to be a scientist, and he has not forgot where he came from. So he came and visited the library and stuff. So it's success stories. Maddie is going through internship, so I'm going through mentor training for that. So it's a way we can hire low wage, but where they're doing something, and then she'll go off to college next year. So it'll be a good thing that we're doing. I'm taking classes this fall, and I got a scholarship for that, so that's pretty much it.
All right, thank you. Machinery, garbage, and ordinance, Gary.
Ken, you got a monthly update?
Yes, we do. The fertilizer spreader that we purchased from Williams Farm and Fleet that holds about 600 pounds, that thing is awesome. I put in over 1,000 pounds of vinyl fertilizer through it, and it really works well. Get a lot done in a little bit of time. So thank you for that. The plow truck, for the most part, is back together. I talked with Jim about this. I discovered that one of the springs in the back are broke, and if that's the case, then both sides need to be replaced, and that's beyond what I can do with the equipment that I have. And also discovered when James was there that one of the kingpins is not taking grease properly. So I'm gonna have to sit down and see what the costs are gonna be to have that taken care of. So we'll have to wait until we get all our stuff done after September to see where we sit with that. So that's all I have for that.
Thank you. Park, Cemetery, Corey, Ellen.
Cemetery update, Mike Ketchus.
Yeah, I'm just here to give you a little bit of a summary of what's happened to the cemetery in the last couple months. May, we had one internment. In June, there was nothing happening in the cemetery at all and no correspondence. But in July, we had one internment and 2 full burials. And the full burials were both on the same day, which required building another vault box to prevent the hole from caving in before the funeral. And the vault was set, and that's part of the reason that I'm here, because that's an unusual expense. I've got pictures of it if anybody wants to see what the vault box looks like. Basically what it is, it's about 4 foot high and 42 inches by 101 inches. And after the hole is dug for the vault, it's lowered in and stays in place until after the funeral, and the casket and everything is lowered in, and then before the backfill, the backhoe hooks on it and lifts it out, and then they fill the grave in. So that's the gist of it right there. Any questions at all?
Mike, I'll get that road done for you when we get our sidewalk project done, okay, I promise.
Okay, no,
I know it's a little rough right now going through there, but I'll get the top coat put on.
well, it's an improvement over the driving in the sand.
I'll get her, I promise. Shouldn't be promises.
Thank you, Mike.
Consider act on placement of the flag retirement box. Gary?
This one is miswritten. Where the flag retirement box is fine. The only thing that the MVets are looking for would possibly be a sign out by the sidewalk pointing towards the box so people can see it from the street.
What
Yes,
do you
ma'am?
want it, what do you want it to say?
I have that sign at my house. The AMVET's disposal box, right? The AMVET's flag disposal, correct?
Yeah.
I have that sign done at my house.
Oh, okay.
I just,
Just need to
Wipe
get
the
it.
dust off from it?
I can wipe the dust off and bring it here. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. I apologize. But it is done.
Can it get put up, Jim, or?
Before Labor Day, it'll be put up.
Do you
Okay.
want arrows put on it? There are no arrows right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
just-
should have an arrow to the left, you know, from either direction.
Okay,
So it's a little confusing, but I know you can do it.
yep, yep, absolutely.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, no problem.
And Bree, thank you.
Sorry.
Discuss, consider act on pickleball court. Jim?
So I was approached a couple of weeks ago from Tom Sobieski, and if you know who he is, Ellen met him at the park. And he's the one that refurbished the bridge down at Willow. He donated all that recycled blacktop at Willow Park. Now he wants to donate money for a pickleball court. He's willing, more than willing, right now to write you a check out for $20,000. He's taking care of the estimates and things like that, and it's around $32,000 to $33,000 to do the pickleball court. And I told him that our budget is set for the year, that we won't be able to put any money towards it, and he says that it's not a problem. He wants to have a pickleball court regardless. It'd be 2 courts. And so what we'll do, and they want to volunteer their time and equipment to take out the old court and get it to grade, so that whenever that company comes in, they'll lay blacktop in there, and then they have to put a coating on it. This is something that most likely, I'm quite sure, will not be in service this year. But we'd like to have at least get the blacktop down, so then, because it won't be, because we have to figure out for parking, get signage up. We should be able to utilize the old fence there. That's there, we'll just have to move it in closer because the pickleball court is smaller. He told me that, you know, it means a lot to him. They used to play ball there when they were kids, when Redgranite was hopping with baseball. And so that's something he wants to do, and he says that $20,000's no problem. He'll write you a check right now for it, and to get the ball rolling, and not saying that if we're struggling, he might help out some more. And the feedback, Julie's been reading all the feedback since Becky put out the agenda out online, or out wherever in the park, and there's nothing but positive feeds. And one person said she'd be more than happy to teach people how to play pickleball.
I think there was one person that complained about it, but you see the rest of the feed after it. Everybody was just all for it.
Exactly. I personally think that it'll be awesome to have that down there. It's, you know, it's just like the community garden. I know people that, you know, we didn't think we're gonna have 3, 4 people, and we have 14. And next year, people want more than just 1. So I'm hoping we're gonna have close to 20 in the community garden. It's one of them things that the first year isn't gonna start out as strong as after that. And you have all these people in Pearl Lake will come, I'm sure. I think Watoma's got one. I didn't realize Watoma had one.
Well, Thomas is very popular too.
Yeah, I mean, wherever you go, it's pickleball.
Always.
I seen Winnicott put one in over there, and there's people on there playing all the time when I go through
And I
there.
just think, you know, I mean, we talked before Lake Park equipment, it'd be nice to put more, and this is went in the right direction for that. So I guess with your blessing, then he would like to get all the numbers where the right company. I think he's got one already, but he wants to get another estimate. And he's been talking to Winnicott, he's been over to Conroe talking to everybody. And I think he talked to Wapaka, so he knows his pickleball courts, trust me. He's been doing a lot of research. And I says, that's great, because I don't have time to do that. So I guess with your blessing, he would like to move forward with it as long as I do. And we'd like to get the ball rolling on it. Like I said, it won't be in operation until next spring. But a lot of the stuff can be done now.
We'd have to figure out how to budget the rest remaining.
Well, if it's not gonna be done till next spring, we
Yeah,
could put it on this parks budget.
And I told him, I says, I says, Tom, we don't have any money right now. Because for the year, we're set. We can't figure anything out until next year. He says, that isn't the problem, don't worry about it.
I think it sounds like a good idea. I mean, especially with somebody wanting to help out in the community, I think it's a great idea, so.
We'll have to have the final numbers before we get into the budgeting process, so we know exactly what's gonna come out of the parks budget.
So looking at all the changes that Jim has done to the Veterans Park and how many people are down there every day. Like, I remember a year ago living here and it wasn't that busy during the summer. So the improvements that Jim is bringing and doing to the parks is actually paying off, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I would motion to approve this. Obviously, we have to figure out the rest of the funding on it, but
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And it'd be Tom and his wife Teresa. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention her name. So it's Tom and Teresa Sobieski. And they'll thank you very much for letting them do that.
Well, we thank
It's
them
very,
too.
very important to them.
Sounds like a great idea.
Okay, the ball's rolling.
All right.
Thank you.
Monthly Quarry Park update.
Well, I guess the quarry committee is, got the survey going for up at the quarry. We are gonna, with some of our funds, purchase a porta potty for up there and secure it. We've been doing brat fries, hamburger fries, things like that. Right now, we are in the process of getting ready for Fall Festival. We are also gonna have a chili contest down there as well. So I encourage anyone to join the chili contest. And if you want to donate or be a sponsor, please contact me.
can we do sidebar bets on the chili contest? I already got called out on Facebook, so.
Yeah, when we were talking about it, we were kinda hoping like maybe we could get kinda like the police department and the fire department and like the board members all to do like teams. And that way we can kinda get a little friendly competition going and
You guys won't. It's not a competition.
whatever we want.
We don't want nothing that's gonna have fire coming out of it. We're not gonna eat it.
You might be out of luck, because nobody at the fire department can cook. That's why we only make pizzas.
So, yeah, it sounds like it'd be fun, so. Well, thank you, Mary. All right, anything else for the quarry or parks? Everybody's good? All right, we're gonna move on to police and,
We have all this stuff to put up the camera system.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all in my garage.
yep.
I just went and finished picking up the grates today. They got
Perfect.
painted, so I have everything ready.
Perfect. So are they ready to move forward with that, I guess? I mean, do you want me to let my dad know?
Yeah, if you could, because I know the last time Kyle said he's got to get with somebody about the IT to get the chip updated.
Yeah, we've been working on that.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
perfect.
And if he wants to reach out, I'll help him if I can.
Awesome, okay.
All right, moving on to police and fire. Tim?
Okay, update on the fire district, anything, Mark told me that they're still waiting for the deck gun on the new truck, but other than that, Jeff, do you have anything to add?
They're saying we should have it before the end of the month, is what we're hoping. The EMS truck, we're going up for a build meeting on Wednesday, So that's in process. I'm hoping to get that in the next month or so. I had dropped off a request. No, I had dropped off a request to have on the board meeting tonight to request permission to close behind the firehouse like we do for hose testing for the open house, October 6th. I don't see it on the agenda. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if you guys can approve it or if I gotta put the request in again. Sunday, October 6th, from about 9 in the morning till probably 5 in the afternoon, just the area directly behind the firehouse. We're gonna do a fire prevention open house. We're gonna demo some cars, do some fire extinguisher use, and a bunch of stuff inside the building.
All right, that'll be taken care of.
Yeah,
We'll add it to Thursday.
Yeah, we can do that.
yeah, we can do that, yeah.
Anything else, Jeff?
We're up to 200 and, I think this afternoon, 260 calls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just skip every other one.
I am.
Yeah, that's bordering on full-time units.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
running a lot of calls.
Not to mention the reports that come with afterwards.
Yeah, I used to have to fill the reports out. Okay, thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff.
Okay, Bree, were you gonna give us anything, now that Kyle's on
Yeah,
here?
I'll talk on Kyle's behalf. So he gave me a laundry list of things to bring up. Number one, we've been extremely busy with prison cases. I've got 2 full backpacks full of cases, still working on 2023 cases. They just keep filing them on, so we're doing what we can there. Constantly patrolling the quarry. In July, we had 2 fights on the same day at the same time, which resulted in 1 arrest. One of those fights are still under investigation, and the other one is in the court system. We had 1 arrest for a subject with a gun who did not have a concealed carry. And then I also had another arrest for some rules that were broken and felony charges up there. Seems like they see our presence, but they do not care. So we've been very busy with that. And Kyle will be coordinating with Matt Zilke and Public Works for the fence installation of the quarry, what we talked about. And I attended some OWI field sobriety testing training at the Wauchoma Police Department a couple weeks ago. Kyle will be attending the CID conference in Green Bay, which is a kind of like a Chiefs convention thing. So from September 10th to September 13th, Kyle will be up there. I will also be up there on the 12th, so nobody is going to be on duty on the 12th, just a heads up. We'll both be in training. Kyle said that he got 4 folding chairs from the county courthouse. What that pertains to, I have no idea, but he's got 4 folding chairs.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a tag sale going on at the court.
Okay, so as long as you guys are aware, he's got 4 folding chairs. Kyle's squad is going in on the 21st, so in a couple days, for transmission services at Lawrence. So that squad will be out of commission for, I'm assuming, at least a full day, possibly 2. And we got the parade permit is obtained and locked in for Labor Day parades. And then, what else does he have here? He will discuss with Jeremiah when he talks to him about the camera at the quarry parking lot, getting all the security cameras and stuff set up. So that's about it. The only thing that I can offer regarding the quarry parking lot, I know he wanted to get an extra camera put in the parking lot. I'm saying that we should at least look into flock services. It's a law enforcement thing. It's your city cameras that you see in big cities, Appleton, Oshkosh, Wauchoma's got them. If we were to go that route, once we get the cameras there, we get access to all of the flock cameras. I believe it's either in the state or in the nation. So we can look at all the traffic coming in and out of our village, coming to the quarry. A lot of times we have to ask Wauchoma Police Department to check their flock cameras to see if they can find the subjects from here that are going towards Oshkosh, which sounds wonky because it's backwards, but they're able to do that, we're not able to. So that's the only thing that I can offer. I don't have any prices on it, but I'm just throwing it out there, that that is an option if Jeremiah's becomes too expensive or just not appealing.
Does that read license plates?
Yes. So it reads license plates, and you can actually look in their database. Let's say my truck commits some kind of traffic offense. I can type in this block camera, gray pickup truck. And it'll give me all the gray pickup trucks that have went through the camera with their license plates. If I know the year, the make and model, I can put that in there too. And it'll zone it right down. Super, super cool how it works out. But again, I don't know prices or anything like that, but I'm just saying that is an awesome resource that we could potentially look at.
How do you spell that?
Flock, F-L-O-C-K, like a flock of birds.
Sure, thank you. Did we ever get the person that hit the fire department? Or ran up on that curb?
No. So I believe I know who it is, but we've not been able to really prove that because our cameras here are poor quality.
I haven't heard anybody talking about it either, so nobody's,
Yeah, so I think it's kind of an isolated incident where they're trying to sweep it under the rug, but our cameras on this building were not high enough quality to catch what we were hoping to see, so that's all I have.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to sewer and water, Mark.
Monthly updates.
We replaced some underground wires that power the North Clarifier flocculator. They were starting to fail, so we had those pulled through today. Fixed the fuel leak on the portable Cummins generator that we use for the lift stations. We hooked it up to Main Street Lift Station for an hour today to ensure that it would work as it should, and we had no issues there. We keep cleaning the overgrown brush around the plant and the fence to minimize potential trees and branches from falling on the fence and wrecking it during storms and stuff, so we're just trying to make that look a little better around the sewer plant. And Stephen had a couple more tests that he took Wednesday, and Steve and I will both be going to Rural Water Outdoor Expo this Thursday. They have good classes that we're able to get continuing education credits for that we need to keep our license. So we'll be heading to Plover Thursday. And that's it.
Thank you, Brent. All right, so now we're gonna move on to streets, sidewalks, ditches. Matt?
Monthly update, Jim?
As maybe some of you know, that we've started in on tearing out the sidewalks. We should have them all tore out and ready for forming by tomorrow at the end of the day. Phelps said he's gonna come in Wednesday or Thursday to start forming. And then once he gets it formed, I'll go right behind him and backfill and get everything degraded and compacted. So when he comes back, he's gonna pour the concrete. I told him to make sure that we get the shelter done first, so we can get that poured, so I can get that backfilled and get it ready for September parade or festivities. They came in, the county came in and they chip sealed approximately about $28,000 worth of roads, and the parking lots were done. They did a really good job. I was really impressed and really happy with the job they did this year. We got most of the lines painted. We got all the crosswalks are painted, parking stalls are painted. I got to finish putting out the handicap stalls here yet. And then the curbs, I'd like to paint them yet this year. Hopefully I can get at them before Labor Day, because I do them every 3 years, and this year they're due. And I also want everyone to know that Adam Kurzak put in his notice, Thursday's his last day. So he's no longer be working for us after Thursday. So I'll be down with just Gene and I. So as far as Labor Day stuff, whatever I can do, it's not gonna be much. So, I know I talked to some board members already, and so we're gonna have to have a special board meeting, because it didn't get on the agenda to discuss about hiring a new employee as soon as we can. Thank God I got Brent and Steve, otherwise there's no way I can get quarter of this stuff done without them. Steve is out mowing all day today with Gene, so I'm in a pickle.
Is there a reason why he's quitting, or is it just?
It wasn't because of me.
That's what I don't understand. You usually don't quit a job to quit a boss.
He said that, because we painted when it was extremely hot, and that's the best day to paint, because the paint dries right behind you. And that was too much for him, although he didn't say a word to me. And he just told me that the work is just a little bit, is too much for him. Basically, he felt really bad, and I said, you gotta do what you gotta do, you're retired. So he's gonna go work for a body shop and control climate. So, he's a great guy. I mean, I don't want him to go because he's such a good worker. We work well together, really. You know, so, but he's just not cut out for it, I guess. Just got to him. That's all I have.
One question for you, Jim. They gonna bring in a sweeper to do the streets for Labor Day?
We just did them 2 weeks
did 'em?
ago.
Okay.
We just did them 2 weeks ago. I don't really want to do it till like fall, you know, so, yeah, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. We just had them all done, yeah. And I know it rains, Tim, all the time, and more sediment keeps coming in there, but I don't think they look too bad.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Anybody have anything else? All right, moving on to miscellaneous business. Consider act on approval of application for operator's license effective August 20th through 2024 through June 30th, 2025 for Dan Littner, the post office bar.
Motion to approve.
Second.
No problems?
record.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act on approval of application for operator's license effective August 20th, 2024 through June 30th, 2025 for Allison Stableman, Rick's Irish Pub.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
No problems?
Nothing recent.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? What was that?
I'm trying to get,
Oh.
stay caught more.
Consider act on approval of application for operator's license effective August 20th, 2024 through June 30th, 2025 for Dale Sina, Rick's Irish Pub.
Make a motion to approve.
Nothing recent.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act on approval of application for operator's license effective August 20th, 2024 through June 30th, 2025 for Artur Romanowski? Romanowski? Rick's Irish
Motion to
Pub.
approve.
Second.
All good there too?
Do we have to keep repeating, consider act?
Yeah, I know, we could just run down the whole list here, but
Okay. Well then I'll do it one last time. Consider act on approval of application for operator's license effective 2024, August 20th, 2024 through June 30th, 2025 for Jennifer Sonero, Rick's Irish Pub, Caden Carly, Conan Oil Shell.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's all I can do, so.
Motion to approve.
Second.
No problems?
No.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act on approval of temporary operator's license for Redgranite Advancement Association for Brenda Mastercola, Gail Parati, Tricia Sieg, and David Hempel.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act on approval of temporary Class B retailer's license for Redgranite Advancement Association on August 30th through September 2nd, 2024 at Veterans Memorial Park and August 30th through September 2nd at Willow Creek Park.
motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act on request to close Franklin Street between Pine River Street and Maple Street from Friday, August 30th, 2024, after meal site closes through Monday, September 2nd, 2024 at 8 p.m.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act on request to close Willow Creek one-way road going into the park and cover the direction sign on the one-way going out of the park on Saturday, August 31st, 2024, from 8 a.m. till 2 p.m.
Is that just the controlled traffic? I'm assuming?
What's that?
The closing of that, the one-way, making it a two-way? Is that just the controlled traffic for the vans?
Yeah, typically, yeah.
What?
The closing for,
Of the little park?
yeah.
We
So-
just put a bag over it and they can go in either way. That's
So
all.
that way we don't enforce that one way that day. 'Cause
Yeah.
otherwise we'll have people calling saying, hey, somebody's going the wrong way. Well, that's okay today, it's an event.
There'll be a
So if we
bag
cover
over
it, yeah, nobody makes a stink out of it. so.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act on request to change direction of Willow Creek one-way road coming out of the park for available parking in Willow Creek Park for Kids Rock on Saturday, August 31st, 2024, from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act on closing Quarry Park early on Sunday, September 1st, 2024 at 3 p.m. in preparation for the fireworks.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act on request to close Division Street next to the Quarry Park on Sunday, September 1st, 2024 from 5 to 11 p.m. for fireworks display.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act on request to extend the noise ordinance on Saturday, August 31st, 2024 at Willow Creek Park to 11 p.m. for music and Sunday, September 1st, 2024 at Quarry Park to 11 p.m. for fireworks.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider act to approve the contract insurance requested and permit for Wolverine fireworks.
Motion to approve.
Oh, display Inc. for Sunday, September 1st, 2024 for fireworks display.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Discuss, consider act on additional police reserves for the RAA Labor Day event.
Can I say something quick? So Kyle left me a note, Sheriff Zilke is gonna provide 2 reserve deputies for that, to patrol your music on Friday night, and 1 reserve deputy for the fireworks on Sunday. And just so you guys are aware, the cost of the deputies is the responsibility of the Advancement Association, so that it's not on the village's expenses, just a heads up.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Items to be placed on next board meeting. Anybody got anything?
We just got our list from earlier that we came up with already.
Yep,
Oh, it depends on what we don't do on Thursday.
we can figure that out then. All right, so at this time, we're okay. Anything else anybody else needs to talk about, or? All right, then I need
Motion
a,
to adjourn.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned at 7:09.
39 minutes.
We did good.
New record.